Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. So in this video, we're going to discuss Geeks for Geeks problem of the day, and today's problem is string mirror, which is an easy level problem. So this is a fairly simple problem and very straightforward, but I still made a few wrong summations because I missed one very important thing in this particular question. So I'm going to explain you how we can solve this question. And the problem statement says that we have been given a string of length n, right? Now we have to choose a non-zero integer k such that we take the prefix of the string of length k and append the reverse of it to itself, right? So let me just explain you what is happening in this case. So let us discuss the first sample test case. So for example, if I choose k to be 3, right? So I have to take a string that is a prefix of this particular string of length 3. So the prefix of length 3 will be bvd, right? Now I have to reverse this string dvb and I have to form the complete string like this, right? So there will be a string for k is equals to 1, for k is equals to 2 and up to k is equals to n, right? So we have to find the smallest, lexicographically smallest string among all these strings for k is equals to 1, for k is equals to 2, for k up to n, right? So this is a question. Now let us see how we can solve this particular problem. So the very first observation is that, for example, if I have considered for the first character to be b, right? Now if I for k is equals to 1, if my first character is b, the final string will look something like this, bb, right? I only can take the next character only when it is smaller than or equals to b. Why? Because if it is smaller, like let's say a, right, then the final string will be b a b, which is smaller than this particular string, because at the second index here it is b and here it is a, right? So we can only take the next character if it is less than or equal to the current character. So we have discussed a case where this next character is smaller than the first character. So in this case, you see that the original string was bb, and if I use ba, then the new string will be baab. So at the second position, here it is b and here it is a. So this particular string is smaller than the original string, right? So this will help me to improve my answer. Now let's suppose we have ba, right? Let's suppose we have ba here and the next character is also a. So now I have baa. So what will happen? The final string will look something like this, baa aab. The original string was baab. So you see they both differ in this fourth position, where the new character is a and the old character was b, right? So you see whenever the next character, whenever the s of I character is less than or equals to the s of I minus 1 character, it will help me to improve my answer, right? So I will always take the ith character if it is less than or equals to the I minus 1th character. Now there is only one exception to this particular case. I'll tell you what, and this is something I was missing initially. So the second observation you need to make, that is the exception case. What happens when the first two characters are same itself, right? So let us discuss this particular case. So let's say you decided that this is the string or this is the original string, and till this particular index, the ith character is less than or equals to the previous character, right? You see that this particular b is equals to this particular b and this particular a is less than the previous b. So let's suppose I took bba and I take the reverse of it, right? So this will be my final string with bb in the starting. But what if I just took only the first character? In that case also my string will be bb. So the first two characters are same and this string is smaller than the second string. So this string will be lexicographically smaller than the second string. So I see that there is an exception to this particular case, that when the first two characters are same. So I see when the first two characters are same, I don't even need to check further, because even if I check further, it will only increase my answer. Why? Let me tell you this again. So let's suppose this was the original string bbac, right? Now I decided that the second character is equals to the first character, so I include it in my answer. The third character is less than the second character, so I also include it in my answer. So I form my final answer as bba bb. Now you will observe that if I only take the first character, then the answer will be bb. You see that in both of the strings bb is common, and the length of this particular string is less than this particular string. So obviously BB will be lexicographically smaller than BB, right? So if the first and the second characters are same, the answer will always be the first character written twice. Otherwise, we have to take the characters up till s of I is less than equals to s of I minus 1. Right. So this would be our approach of solving this particular problem. Now let me just show you the code, how I implemented it. So we're always going to include the 0th index. So I'm initializing my index with 1, and while index is less than string dot size, and the current character at current index is less than equals to character at the previous index, I'll increment the value of index. That means if I'm like at index 1, that means I'm going to include the current index, and the next index I have to check will be stored in plus plus index. Right. Now initialize my answer string. So I just run a loop from 0 to less than index, and I add it to my answer. I initialize a new string that is equals to answer and reverse the second string, and I append it to my answer string. Now, like I told you about the separate case, so I didn't deal it separately. What I just did was I took a string answer to, where I like concatenated the first character of the string twice, and I just took the minimum of answer and answer to. Right. So this is also a way to implement it. You can also like deal it with a separate case. So this was all about today's problem of the day. I hope that you guys were able to understand the solution. If you guys did, then consider dropping a like on this video. And I see a lot of people who watch these videos have not subscribed yet. So if you're one of them, do consider subscribing to this channel. It's always free of cost, and you can always unsubscribe if you don't find the videos interesting later. So share this channel with your friends. Until the next video drops, keep coding, stay safe, bye bye.